What's up, guys? It's your boy AlphaBlue, and you're welcome to yet another Euro USD update. So, guys, today, finally, we get to see Euro USD print a higher high. So, if you've been watching my previous analysis, you will know that I've been anticipating this higher high to be printed on Euro USD for a very long time, over like 2-3 weeks right now. And finally, today we get to see Euro USD print a higher high to confirm the bullish market structure. So this is Euro USD on the weekly time frame. As you can see, currently the price is still pumping up. And why we have this particular kind of move is because today was CPI. So we had the CPI data released. So we saw Euro USD push so hard to the upside and print a higher high. So right here, it has taken out the previous high, and now we have it form a higher high. So right from 2 weeks back, I have been predicting that this Euro USD give us a higher low here. So we should see it print a higher high, but it came right here, and then it took like 2 weeks to range. Then finally, this week, we now have seen it print a higher high. So right now, it's good to see what Euro USD is doing. So going into tomorrow, we still have 2 days for this week, Thursday and Friday. Let's see how it goes. This particular week right here, I'm expecting Euro USD to take it out either today or tomorrow. Then before we begin to see like a correction, before we see like some form of correction, we go to the daily. So I was also saying that Euro USD was forming like a channel like this. Usually this is a bullish channel, so it usually will break out to the upside, and that is what we've seen exactly. Euro USD has broken out to the upside, and it is pushing so hard. So now going into tomorrow, I'll wait to see if this high gets taken out during the Asian session, and then we look for sales to correct some of this move before we just continue buying. So, but remember, the long-term higher time frame buyers is bullish, is to buy, right? But you can't expect price to just keep pushing like that to the upside. So we will probably see price just retrace a bit, so pull back a bit before we continue to buy it to the upside. So in this kind of situation, in this kind of situation, what we'll always be doing is to be looking for the pullbacks and then continuation, pullbacks and continuation, just like how it has been happening right from here. Pullback, continuation, pullback, continuation, pullback, continuation. Then today we had this very strong push. So going into tomorrow, we will start looking for opportunities in the market. But let me explain what happened during CPI today, and probably you will learn one or two things. Probably you may learn one or two things from it. So I actually took a trade today. I was selling the market as of this morning, and my aim was just to sell the market to take out the Asian low, probably get to this probably get to this horizontal line I drew here, this green horizontal line. And oh my god, like it was so painful. I sat through all of this price action, man. Can you imagine? It was so frustrating. I wanted to die. Like I sat through all of this boring price action. And why it was painful is because at the end of the day, it price came almost to my TP, then CPI stopped me out. So what happened was that I placed my sell entry around here. I'm gonna show you. I placed my sell entry around here. I put my TP just below here. So I was waiting patiently to see that probably price gets into this level before the CPI, but it didn't. Just for it to come here, it started buying. I just put my stop loss at break even and let it be. I said if CPI comes out to the downside, then I guess my TP gets hit. If it goes to the upside, then my break even gets hit. But unfortunately, it went to the upside, and I even got slipped on that. So I guess that's not something that one should do. Once it's new, just close every position, because even if your stop loss is at the proper place, you can still get slipped on that position. So if we go to, let's go to 5 minutes. Let me show you the reason why I entered this trade in the morning, the sell trade in the morning, and how it went. So in the morning, during the London Open, price, I saw this happen. Price sold and then took out this week here, this low here. It formed a new low right here. So when I saw this, I marked out this other block that gave this low, and I waited to see what price would do. The moment I saw price come here and then give this very strong bearish push, I decided to enter the sell. So I entered the sell around here. Sorry. I entered the sell around here. Around here. My stop loss was around, no, I think I entered it much higher. My stop loss was around 9 to 10 pips. So this was where I entered, and then I was just targeting right here. I was targeting this particular piece. This trade, I held this trade for all of this boring price action until the price came and took me out. Like, see how close it was to my TP. I mean, it was so painful. It just keep ranging and ranging. And why this usually happens is that most of the time, before any high impact event, the market usually ranges like this. So I was just optimistic that I will get to take this profit before the CPI event, but that didn't happen. But before NFP, before CPI, before GDP, any of these very high impact events, usually market will range before that event because participants of the market are just waiting to see what data will be before they join. So there's no much volume in the market. That's why you get to see market range like this. So this was when I entered the trade after I saw this sweep and then this other block give this very strong bearish candle. I entered and then I held all the way just to get stopped out at break even. In fact, I even got sleep. So the moment CPI data came out and I saw the data, when I saw what the data was, I was just now waiting to buy the market. I just wanted the market to come back down a bit and then I'll buy it. Let me show you what the data is. So if you go to Forex Factory, today is Wednesday. So this is what CPI is, both the CPI month, yearly, and then the core CPI. The monthly CPI data, the yearly and the core CPI, all of them were bad for the dollar. So if it's bad for the dollar, it means dollar will dump. And if dollar dumps, that means Euro USD will buy, because Euro USD is inversely correlated to DXY. So anything that DXY does, Euro USD will do the opposite. So if you read this news right here, it says change in the price of goods and services purchased by consumers. Actual greater than forecast is good for currency. Actual greater than forecast is good for currency, right? But then if you look at what the data was, it was 0.2%. So it means the actual was less than forecast because forecast was 0.3%. So if actual is less than forecast, it means it's going to be bad for the currency, which is dollar, that's DXY, right? So these data, all of them, they were all bad for DXY. None of them were even in support of DXY. It wasn't mixed. It was just very poor data for the dollar. So dollar dumped seriously, and we had this massive spike on Euro USD. So anytime you have the news come out very strongly to one direction like this, it's very clear that the market is just going to take one direction. So what to do, how to trade the news, I have made a video on this, and I'll put the video at the end of this one so you can watch it. How to trade the news. I found that the best way to go about it is to wait for the news to be released, wait for the data to be released. Then you know what the data is so that you understand where the market will head to. So you understand the direction of the market. If the data is as strong as today's own was, you know that the market is just going to go one way. So all that you're going to do is to come to the lower time frame to look for entries after the very huge spike. So let me show you what you're going to do. If you go to 1 minute time frame, what you will be looking for is for price to come and take out some internal liquidity before it continues buying. So in this case, see, this is the liquidity I marked that price formed, and I was just waiting for price to come take out this liquidity and fill this imbalance just a little bit, then I buy. So immediately I was waiting. In fact, to be very honest with you, when I saw price misbehaving here, I was like, oh, maybe this thing will not come back here. So I opened one position here. I opened one position early. I didn't just want to wait and probably miss the move to the upside, because I knew with what the data was, we're likely going to see a continuation to the upside. So what I did was I opened the position here, even though I wasn't patient. That was not the best thing to do. The best thing is to just wait till the market takes out this liquidity. So when the market came and grabbed the liquidity, I saw this push. Then I entered. I saw it. In fact, I didn't even wait for the push. Immediately I saw it take the liquidity, I just entered, and then market started pushing hard to the upside. Market started pushing to the upside. So that was it. That was it. That was how I caught this trade on Euro USD, even after I took this loss. And it was a good one. It was a good one. So tomorrow we're gonna come back. We're going to reset and come back and look for another trade and look for another trading opportunity. So let's see what the market offers us tomorrow. So that's it for this video, guys. Cheers, and see you in the next one.